Hi guys, Dorota International, nail artist and educator here, and I'm in with Terry. We are gonna do ribbons on those nails. It was Olivia actually which did this set, how many weeks ago? Four or five weeks, because that's usually how long Terry is going with her nails. And now I'm just gonna remove the old design and we are gonna do some spring nail art on it with one stroke flowers. So first of all we need to take off the color off from them and search for any lifting. And also you can see it, I will be correcting the shape on this nail too, like lifted it up because you can see it kind of goes quite low, so we will correct that too, and I will show you how to do that. So tiny bit of lifting, file away. So usually when I'm working after someone else, I might need to remove a little bit more product just to rebalance the nails the way I like it. And that's what I'm doing in here. I'm removing a bulk of the product from the free edge. I don't want that much on it. Again, this nail is really drooping down, so we are gonna correct that shape too. And I'm using the safety bit to remove the product. Again, to get the balance on this nail, I need to remove the product from this space and move my apex closer to the cuticle. Okay, after this part is done, I'm just gonna swap for the cuticle bit and tidy up the cuticles. So push them back. Remove the dust. And now I'm going one side. So there is quite a lot of dry skin, but not that much of the cuticle on an actual nail plate. So with this bit I'm not gonna have much of the work. We are gonna do more work afterwards. Put it back into the reverse. Clean the dust, and we are gonna trim now the only sticking out bits. So just a wee tiny bit. Okay, here maybe a little bit tiny more bit. Don't want to take too much because we still got lots of filing to do, and then I want to exfoliate the nail folds. So only tidy up at that stage what is necessary. scratch the edges of the file, like make sure there is no sharp corners. And Terry's nails usually don't lift too bad. I mean, from the work she's doing, yes, they might sometimes like lift a little bit here and there, but in general, they don't lift too much. She loves the garden, same like I do. And we are gonna go for a floral design. Nice and pink with some flowers. Now, to lift this nail up, like look at the shape of it, you need to file from underneath. Okay, so I'm just filing from underneath. First of all, they need to come down like and be much shorter. And I'm just filing from underneath. What it does is also blends the natural nail with the product, and that prevents like lifting from the free edge, guys. Then blend everything around the old product and the natural nail. And you can already see the shape is much better, but once we move the apex area, it will look even better. So this is how you do the rebalance. And then give it a couple scratches to the natural nail. Okay, and then that one will be ready for a product application. Same in here, touch up the side, not much to touch up in there. File from underneath. Blend the old product. There is a tiny bit of lifting on that side, get rid of it, that's it gone. And I was so, oh, we've got it, this one overfiled. So I will show you how to fix it as well. I was so glad actually to hear it, some of your feedback about the fiber gel as well, like how easy it is to file. So yes, it is very, very easy to file. That's why quite often I use just a hand file to reshape the nails. Okay, I will show you how I'm fixing it just with the gel. Lift that one up. And blend the product with the natural nail. Reshape it. Give it a couple scratches. Same on this one, so look at the side view. And you can see it already looks better. It's not dropping this much. Blend the product. And here I've got tiny bit of lifting at that space, so get rid of that. Reshape it. Brilliant, so this hand is ready for the next step. I'm gonna quickly catch up and do the exactly same on the other hand. Okay, that's them all filed. So we have to remove the dust, and like I'm actually gonna remove some dust from the nail disc as well. You don't want flying particles everywhere. And then we are just gonna clean them. So I'm using the blue scrub and I'm just give it nice and squeaky clean to the entire nail, and also doing it at the free edge as well. Fresh wipe and do the same here. just to make sure there is no oils. Now here I've got quite a lot of probably a flower bed stock in there, and I'm not gonna try to dig it out, like, because that could actually make the things worse. So I will just use a blue scrub to show you guys. So this is like a stuff which got stuck in there, and if you try to dig it in with needles, like cuticle pushers or other tools, like, believe me, you will just make the things worse, because you will kind of keep pushing it and separating these plates from the nail bed. Like, there is quite a lot of separation already, and I believe probably my clients try to clean her nails, like, and going and digging. Please do not do that. The best way to get rid of that is to take like a kitchen towel or even like a pair of socks and give them like a proper hand wash, because that will slowly like dissolve it and make it come out, rather than try to dig it in, because by digging in we're pushing it in stronger, because there is no way to get it out. So that is a good tip for you guys as well, and that's what I usually advise to my clients. And I am so chuffed, because I actually had one lady which had really, you can see it, what is happening later on when you dig out, your smile line is moving, like, and then more things get stuck in there and it's impossible to take it out. So I never dig underneath of my nails, never ever. If I want to clean them properly, sometimes it might take me like 2 or 3 times, especially after gardening. I find it like even the lines on the hands can get stained like for 2 or 3 days, and there is no way, like, I mean, you could wash your hands like 1,000,000 times and it wouldn't come off. So I find that actually washing my hair or doing a hand wash of like kitchen towel or whatever, anything, make the things looks much better without of digging in. Now, universal air bond. So universal air bond will give us a nice adhesion of the product to the natural nail, and of course we have to fix this corner of the nail which is missing. If it will be a little bit more, I would just take it down to 0 and restart again, like I would sculpt a fresh nail. But with such a small one, we're able to fix it just with the gel. Okay, so that's universal air bond, guys. And then I'm gonna use a milky pink gel, which is actually on the end. I need to grab a fresh one. So pick up the small scoop of the product, remove the excess of it, so you've got just very little on your brush, so you can work through it around the cuticle area. Okay, so you can work nice around the cuticle area. I'm just gonna move my client hand. Do the same in here, and with the rebalance I work different every single time, so depending on what is needed, I would work slightly different. So first of all, I'm doing the slip layer, and that's first cures really well because it's so thin. I can go really close to the cuticle. I've got so much control over the product as well. Cap the free edge, and then on this nail I can see it, I'm missing apex area in there, and I'm also missing a tiny bit of product in that side, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm picking up a small scoop of the product, and on this nail straight away I'm moving my apex, plus I'm adding more into that side, just to even it out, and then cure it. When this hand is curing, I've got time to apply the slip layer over those ones. So nice and thin layer. Just getting into the camera view. And change. So the reason why I'm changing it is, like, I want the right hand to be ready before my left hand. Again, do the slip layer, so doesn't matter how many layers, like how many times I have how many layers I want to put, I will always put the slip layer in. Put the slip layer on this one, and this nail is pretty even, so I'm gonna build up my apex straight away on that one, and also I will add a little bit product on that missing corner. So here, apex, my product is quite runny today, so I'm just doing it really right in the middle, so by the time I add the product in here, this product will self-level on that nail. And what I'm doing with this one is I'm just filling it up with the gel, no pressure on it because you want to kind of extend it, and then this one is ready, nicely self-level. Change. Okay, so now I've got time to put the product on this nail, again starting with my slip layer, and I can see it, this one is going a little bit to that side, so my apex, and then drag this product to that side. Check it, change. Again, this one is not too bad, so I can just build up the entire apex. Little pressure, very little pressure, and then lots of pressure because I've got already a build up of the product at the free edge and I don't need more. And then build up this one. So again, my slip layer, just so the things look better, move better, sorry. And then apex area. Add to that free edge. Change. Very little pressure. Change. Again, get the slip layer in and build up the apex. We don't want to go huge, like there is no need of that. Change. Change. Okay, I'm still missing a tiny bit in that corner. Change. And now my right hand can cure a final 60 seconds, and I've got time to apply the product on the pinky and on the thumbnail. So nice and thin layer. Apply the apex on the pinky, put it more to the left side because by the time I finish the thumb, the product will run in there. And same, put it more to the right side because when I cure it and by the time it's cured, the product will get to the left side. So I'm kind of always trying to think what the gravity does to the nail. Let's see, this one has moved. Change. Okay, I'm just finally curing this hand and then we can move on into the filing. So again, when the hand is curing, like I've got time to close my products, like, and get ready for the next step. And there we are, that's the right hand ready. UV cleanser to remove the inhibition layer. And you can see it, the things already look much better. The gel cells level quite nice, and the main thing about it is so easy to file. But we've got still lots of work to do it on this set. The shaping and then the nail folds as well, just to make the things prettier. So we are gonna repeat our movements just the same like we did it before, and then this one needs to be filed from underneath, and also this side. So straight, this is dropping in here, so lift that up. Blend around the cuticle area. And this looks already much better than this one. Again, that side is drooping. So file from underneath. Get those filing lines here like this, so you can see where you're gonna file the shape, and reshape it. Lift it up. Blend around the cuticle area. Even it out. So on this one I've got a little bit more work because we was applying the gel a bit messier, like to fix that one side of the nail. That's it, done. Move on into the next one. And I'm trying to make them a little bit more rounded than to almond. Like if you're going to almond on the shorter nails, you tend to overfile the sides, and I'm trying to avoid that. But at the same time, I know my clients love those almond shaped nails. So I'm trying to make them as slim looking as possible. Actually, all my clients like those slim looking nails. They don't like too much of the side walls. And then do it the same. So by creating those two lines, it is much easier to see it where you have to file your free edge. This is actually really nice correction video, and I hope guys you do enjoy it, because I want to show you like on different type of the nails and different things, like kind of a real stuff, if that makes sense. Real stuff on real clients. Okay, so that's this hand shape-ish. remove the dust, and then I'm gonna go with the white buffer just in the middle like this, honestly, like as a couple movements, like protect my clients' nail folds. Look, they are all protected, so I'm not gonna touch them. And then you can go pretty fast, which is awesome because it speeds up your work so much. Next step, be going with the gray buffer. So again, you can just remove the dust. And what I want to do it now is I want to blend everything around this cuticle area. And I am much slower, like much slower. If it's needed, I do go back to my file. So whenever I feel it like the buffer might take me too long, I would just touch it up with the file and then smooth it out with the buffer. Do the same on the free edge. And also what I love it is, because this is a sponge, it kind of bounces off and moves the thing. So I quite like to go and almost file it underneath so you can see it. The things has changed like and looks so much prettier. So does this view. And then do the same in here. So I'm just removing things, blending around the cuticle area. Making sure the things are nice and good, and then file it underneath. Just a little bit. And you can see it, this looks so much better already. If necessarily, touch up with the file. Next nail. So again, keep brushing it away. And what I love it about this buffer as well, like quite often I would also exfoliate the skin around the nails as well, which overall, like, it will look so much better at the end of the treatment. Okay, this nail could be a bit better, the shape-wise, and I'm gonna take that into consideration when I apply the design later on. So when I will be applying the top coat, I will try to even it out also with the top coat as well. You have to keep the file at the right corner, right angles. So on the top and here, I kind of almost like bend it, or I work with this part because this part is all nice and safe to touch the client's folds with. and then do it on the thumb. Nice and gentle. Okay, happy with that, so I can move on into the next step, and of course do the same on the other hand as well before we can move on into the design. Check the client view, because sometimes you can see a little bit more. This is always the difficult one to show you in the camera, because you cannot see it like when I twist the client hand that direction. And then we are gonna use the ball bead just to exfoliate so gently on the nail folds, and I'm putting my e-file on very low speed. This client got like quite dry and delicate skin, so I don't want to overdo it, but I'm giving a gentle exfoliation, and nice and gentle on the one side, just a little bit. Take your time, do not rush it, and also always check it with the clients if they don't feel it hot, because obviously the bead will produce a friction. I'm getting better at pronouncing this word. I used to say fraction, I was terrible. And then Olivia keeps saying to me, Mom, you're saying it wrong. Same, I think it was on the beginning, I was saying instead of dehydrate, I was saying dehydrate. I've got so many words like that.
You got there in the end.
Yes, yes. So like, I probably do with lots of more words, but so you can see the entire finger here looks pretty dehydrated. Thank you. Put it back to the reverse, and now I'm gonna do it other side. I like to do it in those two stages, because now I am not scared to take a little bit more, like we have finished all the filing or all this rough job, so I can kind of clean it much better now, because I know I'm not gonna do any more filing, maybe just a little buff depending on the design we choose. Fantastic. And now I'm just going over with the cuticle nipper. Have to be very careful with this corner here, so just nice and gentle touch, and the rest is gonna look much better once the skin gets hydrated again.
Sorry, Pip.
There we are. Okay, next step. Okay, fun time. So blue scrub just to go around it and make sure there is no dust particles. I have already cleaned it with the dust brush. And then form. So on the one side of the form, this side I'm gonna use for my sponge, and then this side we are gonna use for painting as well. And the color we are gonna go for is of course pink, because my clients loves pink, so I have choose the Paradise for an ombre. And what I'm doing is I'm just applying a small scoop of it, cut my sponge into a small piece. And always remove any fluff which might be on the sponge. Like if you want to be able to do a nice ombre, you need to make sure there is no fluffy bits and pieces. This is maybe a little bit too large sponge. So first of all, my sponge will drink up a lot of product, but I'm not bothered about it because I want to just get those nice pink hint into the nails. Pull the nail folds down so you can really go around them. And usually I choose darker colors just because, like, when you're blending, they will go a little bit lighter inside the lamp. Oh,
Did I hit it there?
I'm not sure. Show
No,
me.
I didn't.
Yes.
Did it?
Yeah, we've got scratch in the middle. That was just catching time. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Perfect. Cook it. So if the lamp is inside the hand, you cannot do anything. But because it was just in front of the lamp, I managed to still touch that up.
Oh, it's my phone.
And then on another nail. Perfect, change. My second layer goes in not that smudged, so I'm usually painting like almost a messy free edge. And we are gonna just smudge it, got some fluff. Now you want to just smudge it so gently without going too much over it. So just a gentle smudge. Okay, so we have blended the top part. Now we're blending the bottom part. Change. And after that, we'll be able to blend the middle part. I cut definitely too large piece of the sponge. Perfect. Change your hands. Get rid on some parts of the sponge, just so it's easier. And then we are blending the middle part. And you can see it becomes so much more pigmented. So nice and beautiful. Change? Okay, I'm just gonna grab the D-liner brush and touch up on this one place. And then just blend it so slightly. Perfect, change. Brilliant. So top coat, because of course we want to paint some pretty design, but also I want to put a tiny bit of sparkle through it. And we've got this amazing fairy dust glitter. So I've got my messy top coat. So I always store like messy top coat, which means like it's my glitter top coat. And then I can just pick up the glitter on the brush, like this. That's when the fun was going on. I've got a wee bit of the fluff on them now. I love that sparkle. It's always so pretty.
Oh, I love anything that sparkles.
Everything with sparkles, anything which is pink and sparkles, and then we are gonna do a wee flower design. So nice and pretty spring set. Just to match the weather we've got. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely fantastic, guys. That's why we all so enjoying like spending time outdoor now, because it's fantastic. Change? No, not yet. It's not yet. Not yet. We need to buff them nice, so they're nice and smooth. Now, because I'm encapsulating the glitter with the top coat, and then I also want to paint some flowers, of course, we'll need to quickly buff it. And you've seen me doing it so often. You can see this top coat, I'm applying it actually quite messy. I'm not too precise, I'm not too bothered. about it. It's just to bring the sparkle into the nails. And you guys like ask me like, oh, is this gonna be visible, like so many layers of the top coats and everything? No, not really. Like, I mean, normally when you do a set of the nails and you paint gel polish, you would do 2 coats of the gel polish in a top coat, so that's 3 coats. And when I done the ombre, I wouldn't call it even a coat. It's just a tiny bit of the color, but it doesn't give any thickness to it. The top coat, so it's a first layer now, and then I'm gonna buff it. So I'm gonna remove half of that top coat, and then apply the top coat after the design. So basically it will be like thinner than you would do it the set with the gel polish, one color. Fantastic change. Okay, now I can just give them gentle scratches. And yes, of course, I will just probably remove a tiny bit of the glitter with it as well. Just move the lamp so you cook properly. Perfect. But I want to smooth it out. I want to have a nice and smooth surface. And now do the same on the other hand. And this is what I usually tell you when I record on the tips, like how much actually easier it is buff on a real client than it is on those display tips. And I think this step is also perfecting the nails more as well. I just make sure we are still in the camera. Okay, clean the dust, and then let's paint this pretty design. Okay, another cleaning time. You want to get rid of those dust. Thank you. So I did over buffed a little bit on that side. I'm just gonna touch it up. It does happen sometimes. Don't worry about it. You can easily touch it up. And now let's move into this design. So we are gonna squeeze out some white acrylic paint. Then some magenta. Just a drop of it, and of course some purple one, because I love how the purple goes with it. And then on top of that, I'm actually gonna do yellow, drop of yellow, maybe even a drop of blue, because I love all those different colors, like the more the better, to be honest, guys. And then we are gonna grab the demaster brush. Okay, let's start the fun. Oh, and the pink. Let me get some pink. Of course I want some pink. Make sure your brush is nice and flat, and then we are gonna add a drop of the water. And grab another mixing palette, just in case if I need it. Probably I will need it. So white and magenta. I've got fantastic paint consistency. And then we are gonna paint first petals. I want my paint to be really strongly mixed. Let's do... We are gonna do it flowers on those two nails only. Okay, so let's do the same on this one now. So quite often I don't know what I'm gonna paint yet. I'm kind of building it as we go. Okay, go back to this hand. No, I need to do it more. You can see it, we're creating those flowers actually pretty fast. And because we don't have to cure the product, it is even better. Okay, change the color. To the purple, but I'm using the same places I was mixing my magenta, so in some places it is gonna be actually grabbing some magenta color as well, giving me even more interesting look. And I'm just adding a couple more flowers. Very wee tiny purple one in here. Half a purple flower. I want some yellow ones too. And a drop of the magenta. So we are gonna create like a flower garden. Wow, I love this color combination.
Beautiful.
Isn't it? So fast to do it as well. And as you can see it, I've got actually enough paint to paint what I needed. Let me grab some green. You don't want to do too much of it, just a drop. Because I don't like to paint too strong with the green. And I'm picking up white, yellow, and a green, and mix it very messy to add like almost no leaves, but some leaves. For those of you who didn't learn yet how to paint the one stroke, guys, I encourage you. Like, I mean, honestly, it's like I do it a lot. Like, this isn't the first time you're having those flowers, isn't it? Maybe a different types, but just like my clients love those one stroke designs, like, and I think to paint that with any other technique is just so much more time consuming, and it never gives you this nice results. Like, not a chance, like, not a chance. Okay, we can move on into the next color. So clean my brush quickly. Let me just check that, what's happening here. There we are. Next color we want to do is blue. It's just so it's spring. Again, not too much of it. You know, those spring flowers are delicate. To be honest, this is taking me the same amount of the time what those simple dot flowers do. Like, you know, we do quite often those flowers made out of the dots. Definitely this takes me just about the same time. And I actually love it how this yellow one turned it out. Like so pretty. So I'm just have to add a touch more of this yellow one. I think it just turned it out so fantastic against the pink. So again, nice flower there.
Zdążę nagrywać rano, czy... Tak? No to możesz mieć 10 minut.
Okay, enjoy. That's my next client, so I love it. It's so cool actually, isn't it?
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
And it doesn't show actually the full beauty of it yet because we need to put the top coat, so the glitter is gonna sparkle through it underneath, and I had not enough paint on this one, and also my paint is not mixed correct, so I'm just gonna repick it. But I had to add this yellow, don't you think, guys? Like, it just made it look so much prettier here and there. Even just a simple touches of the brush. Let me just get some of the clients. So, as usual, multitasking. So I was just setting up the sunbed as well. And the next thing we are gonna do is start adding some detail and finishing them off. Okay, so we are gonna grab black, just a small drop of it. That wasn't a small drop. D-liner brush, and I'm gonna put quickly some middles of the flowers. So I need to clean my brush, add lots of water to the black, and only in some places. So I made the mistake in here. I'm quickly gonna wipe it off. Here we are. And what's happening with those mistakes, if you wipe it off with it very fast, the paint which was underneath, first of all, is already dry, which means you can quickly wipe it off without of wiping the previous stuff you have painted. So I'm making those middles of the flowers really delicate, not too much, and very irregular. Okay. Very irregular. Oh, come on. Green and yellow mixed together. Lots of water in. And just painting couple of branches, like a wee lines. Couple random dots and then that's us finished.
Stunning.
Isn't it? It's so spring.
Beautiful.
So beautifully spring. So white dots. You can see those little dots make so much difference to the middles of the flower. But careful guys, I keep always repeating it, be very careful when you're painting the dots with your brush so you don't damage your brush. So I have hardly any pressure in there. And I cannot wait, honestly, I cannot wait to put the top coat over it. If you guys really enjoyed this transformation of those nails, please, pretty please, we both say that with Terry, hit the share button so the others can see it as well.
I absolutely love them.
Yeah, they just suit
Beautiful.
you. We've got everything what is needed. A sparkle, pink and some flowers. And you're able to enjoy the weather as well. Because we've got unbelievable weather. Okay, top coat time guys, so I'm just quickly cleaning that mess. And then we can apply the top coat and look at this magic happening. Oh no, make a mess on my hands. So we've got glitter sparkles showing through it. And then the flowers become more live and more vibrant as well. And what I love it, the growth is not gonna be visible. I prefer it doing that way. First of all, if I would paint it with the gel polish, it would have definitely a thicker look to it than doing an ombre. And because like my clients quite often go over 4 weeks, I like to do it that way because I personally prefer it as well. And this is the nail which was misshapen, but you can see it with those 2 layers of the top coat. We have beautifully fixed that shape. Cured?
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it? It's so delicate. Change again.
It's as if they've come alive.
Yes, that's the thing. Like it's almost like you're giving the top coat is like a water and you're flowering your garden. Absolutely, this is how it's how it works. I always say that with the one stroke paint, like
It's gorgeous.
I love creating those kind of stuff the most, like on the nails, you know, it's so, first of all, it's, as you said, it's so relaxing.
Yes.
Change.
Can't stop looking at them.
Yes, I can see it. I'm glad to hear that you liking them. So take your time, guys, always with the top coat, because I think this is the last step, like, and it's so crucial to apply it nice and even, just to make sure the things are nice and pretty. So we have to do it so on the thumb as well, and then I will be able to show you the final results. But I really enjoyed recording this set for you, and I hope you're thinking the same. So let's cook them and then we can check the final results. Change. Okay, so now we need to wait for a top coat to cool down a second, and quite often, guys, after I finish the nails, I might grab the file and I might touch up the nails if it's necessarily. They not too bad, maybe just few places. But I want to show you, so let me clean quickly this hand, and then I want to show you the shape of them as well, and obviously how we transformed this set. So you can see it on the beginning of the video how they was looking, and this is how they look now. I will show you all different views. So just a drop of the cuticle oil. Never flood the nails with the cuticle oil. You don't want to actually apply any too much of it. So look at the side views, like remember how dropping this nail was, and you can see it comes out nice and straight now. The apex like area as well, you can see it from other side, nothing around the cuticle area. So we have made actually really nice job, and I'm thinking you think the same, guys, as well. Clean this hand too. So again, remove any dehydration, any dust which is still kind of like almost stuck, and then I can show you both hands. We are gonna go and take a nice and beautiful thumbnail picture. But I also love how this at the angle, yeah, how beautifully they sparkle as well. Yeah, and we both sending you huge and glittery hugs with Terry, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, guys.